In this video, we're going to talk about how to use Zotero to include citations in your paper and create a bibliography. So I've opened up this sample paper in Google Docs. You can see that I have some old formatting in here. This is an APA style, but we use AMA style, which means the superscripted number. So the first thing that you want to do is to make sure you have Zotero opened. So make sure that that is already open on your computer. Here it is. I just have to minimize it. And now I want to include references. So in the first line here, in the United States, childhood obesity has tripled. I need to include a reference there. So I put my cursor where I want the reference to appear after the period, and I click on Zotero, and I'm going to say Add Edit Citation. And the first time that you do this, it makes you give access to Zotero, okay? So you want to allow that. And then what it does is it brings up a little screen like this where you can search for the article that you want. So I know it has something to do with childhood obesity. I don't off the top of my head. So let's say this is the one that I knew that I needed for that one, and I just click on that article and then hit return. And you can see that Zotero automatically put a 1 here. So let's go down here, and this one is the Krebs article. So I'm going to put my cursor right here. Again, click on Zotero, Add Edit Citation, and I'm going to look for the Krebs article. Here it is. Click on that and hit return. And now I have a number 2. And I can do that all the way throughout my paper. Let's say, though, at this spot, I'm referencing more than one citation there. And sometimes you do that if more than one of your articles is a good reference for that material. So the one thing that I can do is I can look for, let's say it's Krebs, which is one that's already there. And then let's say it's also the Carter reference. You just put in as many as you want and hit return. And Zotero will automatically put, and you can see it used the same numbers that I had before because they were articles that I already used, 1 and 2. Now let's say I made a mistake and I needed to add a reference here. And now that reference should be number 2 because it's going to be coming here, but Zotero automatically does that for you. So let's search for another article. Let's choose this one. It's going to take a little bit longer this time because it needs to re-reference all the references that have already been done. So here I have now 1 and 2. Now you can see the next one that I put in right here is now been changed to a 3. And if I go down here, that's now 1 and 3. So let's say I have all my references done now and I want to add my citations. So we're going to say works cited. And now I want a list of my references here. So what you do is you click on Zotero again, make sure your cursor is where you want it, and you say Add Edit Bibliography. And it automatically added my bibliography here. Now one thing is sometimes you have to tell Zotero what kind of bibliography that you want. So you can do document preferences. And what happens is Zotero will bring up document preferences. I already had this set as American Medical Association. There's the APA style that you've probably used before in your college years. But you want to choose American Medical Association, okay? And there's my bibliography. I can do this and add as many references as I want. If you add some and then change your paper later and you add another reference, Zotero will automatically change the works cited for you. So I'll show you how that is done. So let's say I add another reference, I'm going to add that right here. So I'm going to add a citation. Let's see, let's do this one. That was added as number 4. And it automatically added down here. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to go up and say refresh. It'll automatically do it for you, but you can see that it automatically added the 4th reference. Zotero is an easy way to manage your citations and make sure it's easy for you to put in your references without having to manually renumber. So I hope this video has helped you with that.